let's dive in.
So tell me, what do the cards reveal? What's the truth they conceal? She's the high priestess with the key to every question that's haunting me. A lover's heart or a warning from the past. In the terror's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truth's come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos, I find my place.
In the tarot's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truth's come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos, I find my place. The moonlight glows, the veil is thin. Lunar affinity will call again. Thanks for walking in the light, where guides whisper pure insight. Until we meet, the cards will wait. Mystic whispers guide your fate. With every message our spirits send, for cosmic dreams our souls transcend.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in to another live stream. I see you guys have gotten your questions dropped in the chat. Thank you so much. And thank you also for liking the live stream. I really appreciate you guys doing that for me. Let's go ahead and get started. I also wanted to throw out there that we don't have any pre-orders tonight. I went on live very, very last minute, so I didn't have enough time to announce it. So right now we don't have a list for donations. Just throwing that out there. Give me 1 second while I grab a deck and we will get started here in just a second. Hey, Paula, welcome in. How are you doing? Dorella, hello, hello. We are rocking and rolling with the questions. You guys are here and ready to go. All right. Thank you guys for making sure that if you dropped a question, you also like the live stream. I really, really appreciate that. All right, guys. So I'm going to get through this as quickly as I can, but stick around for your turn. This is for Sophie. Sophie, I'm so sorry that this happened. I hope she comes back to you. Let's see. I'm getting a yes. The Fool and Page of Cups are a yes for me. Amy. Amy, no. 7 of Cups. Now, the only reason I'm saying no is because the 2 of Swords is at the bottom of the deck, because technically the 7 of Cups is a maybe. The 7 of Cups also indicates that he has a lot of other things on his mind right now. So you may have like come in as a fleeting thought, but it's not something that he's really sitting there thinking about, if that makes sense. So like someone might have brought your name up to him, and then he thought about you. Obviously that's a natural transition, but I think it was an isolated event. I don't think this is something that he's actively doing. All right, this is for Emily. Emily, you also have a 7 of Cups, so same answer as Amy. The bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. So I do feel like there could be a desire for physical intimacy or acting a little impulsive. But again, this is a maybe. This is this is something that they may consider, as you asked, but not necessarily something they're going to act on. All right, this is for Afsane. Yes, Ace of Swords. Anna. I'm getting a no, Devil and the Moon. Bake. You have the 2 of Swords. That's a maybe. 2 of Wands, Hanged Man. This is kind of the energy of feeling indifferent right now. So maybe she's not really sure how to feel about what you sent her. So she's neither overjoyed or upset, or I don't know. It's almost like her feelings about this are a little bit clouded. Maybe she's trying to process how she feels about these messages or something. Nessa. No, 5 of Cups. Margaret. No, the Hermit for Margaret. Gabriella, the 9 of Cups is a yes for me. Shavina, I would say no. I have the Seven of Swords and the Death at the bottom of the deck. This might not be the best intentions. Masting. Nine of Cups, yes. Dorella. No, Four of Swords. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome, Amy. Paula donated. Okay, perfect, Paula. I'll be with you shortly. Hey, Taka, welcome in. All right, this is for Brittany. No, Three of Swords. Chelsea. Looks like a yes, Chelsea. Justice and Three of Cups. Taka. Taka, I am getting that you will see him before he goes on vacation on Monday. So if tomorrow is the only option for that to happen, then yes, you'll see him tomorrow because I am getting a yes. But if it's possible that it would happen on Saturday or Sunday, I feel like that's more likely according to these cards because it's the Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. You're welcome. Few more minutes left of the free list, and we are moving on to donations. Paula, I have your question. Thanks, girl. We'll get started in just a second. right. So we went ahead and closed the list. Oh, IJ, looks like I got your donation. Let's pop Paula's question on the screen real quick. And you said, what can Spirit advise me about this new Emperor, King of Cups that you will be meeting? Let's see. Nope, wrong deck. I was reaching over to my bookshelf to grab a deck and I accidentally grabbed the wrong one. Oh, okay. I found it. All right. All right. So first out, Pella, we have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Wands. Ooh, 8 might be a big number here. He might have a life path 8. He might have a lot of like Leo, Virgo traits potentially. I'm thinking for some reason August like might be an important month, or 8 might be an important day. Let's see. But what I will say is this person seems to be a very hard worker. This is a provider type, which makes sense that you have the Emperor that's coming through when you're getting readings from other people, and the King of Cups energy. The Eight of Pentacles is very much someone who does not want to rely on you. Sorry, I disappeared there for a minute. This person does not want to rely on you to take care of them. And as a matter of fact, they want to take care of you. I think that they really enjoy what they do for a living or a career, or they just really like the opportunities that it provides to them. They like the benefits, they like the security. Um, they might even make like really good money as well. Um, there could be like travel benefits, there could be bonuses, there could be like really great leave of absence things. Like, for example, if he wants to be a dad or something, they might have really good paternity leave, fully paid for months at a time, or maybe the insurance is great. Regardless, it feels like there's a lot of really great benefits with this job. There could be flexibility. Maybe he likes that he can work sometimes in the office, sometimes at home. Whatever it is, it feels like he's got drive, determination, and motivation as well. And it's kind of one of those things where, Paula, like if you want to work, he supports that. And if you don't want to work, he's fine with that too, because he's like, I can take care of it. So I feel like this is a really great person to want to basically start a life with, because he's the provider type. So if and when you go out on a date with this person, if you're going on a date with someone and they're not paying for the date, that's not your emperor or king that's been showing up in your readings. This is someone who's going to provide. This is someone who's going to show up, make the plans, pay for the dinner. So if you meet someone and you're like, oh, I really like this person, and you're finding that they're wanting to split the bill, or you're finding that they're wanting you to pay for it, that's probably not your person. You probably shouldn't schedule another date, because this person is not going to be like that. Now, obviously, he doesn't want to be taken advantage of. 4 of Cups, sometimes he might have wounds or scars or something like that, like issues from the past of being taken advantage of. So it's really important that you show to him that you appreciate him and his efforts. And it would not be a bad thing for you to offer to split the bill, but I don't think your emperor will make you do that. I think he will appreciate the offer, but he'll say, I've got it. He just wants to know that he's not going to be taken advantage of. So I think that he's going to take care of you. And I think that as long as he feels appreciated, then he will do whatever for you. I think that he likes um gift giving and gift receiving. Um, I think also it's not about the monetary value, it's more about the thought and the sentiment behind it. So, for example, if there was something that's $30 at the store and he mentioned, like, I really like that product, or I really like that cologne, or I really like that whatever, and you remembered that and you got it for him, that sentimentality is going to really hit him, because he's like the Page of Cups, King of Cups. And it's going to matter to him that you put thought behind something like that for him. But also, he will like things that you make, something that you crafted with your own hands, or, a date or something like that that you put together that you think he will like. So, something that's coming to mind is like a paint and sip, kind of like a date where you guys can go out and have a drink together and make something with your hands. He would love a letter from you. Cards from you with like thoughtful memos inside are going to be important to him. Um, he likes just the thoughtfulness and the sentimentality behind things, but he does enjoy gifts, is what they're showing me. I think that he is definitely a peacemaker. I think that if things are kind of hectic around him, or things seem to just be kind of going crazy, like your life just seems to be really just up in the air, he's like the calm during the storm, trying to bring peace. So I feel like he's a great person to have in a crisis. I feel like if something feels out of hand or out of control, he really knows how to compartmentalize and take care of what needs to be taken care of. So if things are, you know he basically brings you peace. Like, if so, he's a great person to have in your corner, just where things are going really well, but he's also a great person to have by your side if things are falling apart, because he just offers like a really great support system. He knows how to get things done, he knows how to take care of business, he knows how to take some weight off of you or burden off of you as well. So this is definitely husband material, if you were to ask me. But yeah, I think he just wants to feel appreciated. I think that if you're very nurturing and caring, and he never feels like he's being taken advantage of, and he never feels like his wallet is being taken advantage of, he feels like, you are very conscientious about him and how hard he works and the effort that he puts in, he'll give you everything. He just needs to know that you appreciate it. Okay. Hey, IJ, I got your donation. So Paula, did you want to donate for anything else, or does that answer your question before I move on? Perfect. I'm so happy to hear that, Paula. It was so nice to see you. Thank you for stopping in. All right, IJ, we're going to get to shuffling and we'll see what we've got for you. Oh, thank you, Paula. I really appreciate it. You're welcome. Hey, Taka, thank you. You will be after IJ, okay? Leo's coming in again. The strength card. I know. And Leo season. Almost done. Phew. A sneeze. You're right. We like sneezes around here. She got real, what's the word? Is it poetic? It's very, very like I don't know, it feels like very, I'm trying to think like when kings and queens were a thing, like it feels like that time period when I was channeling this message. You'll see what I mean when I read it to you. I'm going to get it sent to you and then we'll read it out loud. Taka, if you want to get your question ready for me, feel free because you're going to be after this, okay? Yeah, exactly, Aisha, exactly. Okay, so she says, I feel like I have a dagger in one hand and a quill in the other, internally battling my hard and soft side. I feel like I've gotten so used to the fight, I never know when to just put the sword down and lean into my more emotional side, the parts of myself I want to show, the innermost depths of my soul. I have had to be strong for so long, I don't know how to be any other way. And some days it really takes its toll on me. I don't want to defend this castle alone. I don't want to make all of the decisions. I just want to turn my brain off sometimes and feel free. While I don't mind my solitude, it can get lonely and feel hard. I just want to feel like someone can take over sometimes and make things easier to carry the burden together. So, yeah, when what I kind of got from that is just, they talk about like the devil and the angel on your shoulder, the dagger and the quill. Like that's what I feel like from her is like, in one hand she's like in defense mode and she's like, I've got to take care of myself. I have to get my shit done. I have to like do all the things. And then in the other hand, she has the quill, the journaling part, the one that wants to write love letters and, you know, talk more about like the things that she's feeling and delve more into that. And so I'm really getting the equivalent of that would be like the soft girl era, that she really wants to dig into, but she's like, I've been having to be strong for so long, like I've had to just hold on tight to this dagger that it's basically like fused with my skin at this point, and I really want to let it go. Like I don't mind picking it up again every once in a while, but I'm just so tired of carrying this. I'm so tired of holding this. And that's what I meant by like it kind of feels like, yeah, Bridgerton, or like I don't know, just like castle times, whatever that was, whatever years those were. Like 17, 16, 17, 1800. So I just wanted to kind of emphasize like what I was feeling with that. And it feels like she battles a lot. She has a lot of like internal monologue that she unfortunately has going on within herself, this like internal conflict of like, okay, I do like this harder side of myself. I do like that I can be independent, and I do like that I can take care of myself, and that's really empowering for me. But like, God, do I have to? Do I have to? Like, can that just be something that I know I have the power to do if I need to, but I don't want to anymore? That's really like where her energy was tonight. And I think honestly, like that is definitely a theme that I think a lot of people go through, um, especially a lot of women, because we don't want to give up our power. We like having a voice, we like having a say, we like knowing that it's our choice to do things, and we don't have to rely on the authority of someone else to tell us what to do. We feel free. It's what, years and years of our ancestors have literally like fought for, protested for, died for, is to have autonomy and to have the ability to where we can like live on our own if we really need to. We don't have to rely on a man to decide who we're going to marry, and we have a voice. But then there's also like the sides of ourselves, which is like the more natural side of ourselves, which is the part where the patriarchy took advantage of, where we do want to be taken care of. Like we want to be provided for. So that way we can focus on the things that we're good at, the things that are more natural to us and come more naturally to us. And that's the struggle, because, I think it was overcorrected. I think so much was taken. And so women these days are having a hard time battling between wanting to just not have to hustle all the time, but at the same time not want to give their power away. And I feel like that's definitely the dynamic, of where she's at right now. Um, so IJ, that is what I have for you, and you're very welcome. We are going to go ahead and shuffle for Taka now. All right. Taka. Let's see. Jay's upcoming actions towards me over the weekend, since he'll be gone after Sunday. I've been a bit drained, withdrawn, not sure if he's noticed. It's not anything he did, just low energy. I'm working on getting back to my normal self. I don't know, it's just a stressful week, especially at work. So Taka, the way that you're feeling right now, does that feels temporary to you? Because sometimes we have hard weeks, sometimes we feel emotionally drained, and sometimes we can't really put a finger on like why we feel that way. We can get in a funk. But if work has been stressful, that's obviously going to contribute to how you're feeling. But it's important for me to know that it's temporary for you, or you feel that it's temporary. Yes, hopefully whenever I get stressed, it's just oh, yes, hopefully. Whenever I get stressed, it's just oh, you just hate it because it causes physical problems. Like your shirts hurt. Oh no. Never time to go to yoga anymore. I should get out of the funk soon. Yeah. Sometimes we have to treat our bodies like we do babies, where they say if there's a problem that you can't fix, go outside or put water on it. So go outside or put water on it. Like I feel like sometimes we need to take like very intentional soaks in the tub and with Epsom salt and like rose petals and romanticize it. Or sometimes we just need to take a very intentional shower and imagine like the stress washing away from us. Or if that doesn't work, getting us outside, like spending some time in nature. I also am a huge advocate for spending time with people who are family or feel like family, because there's something about the family reset and I can't really explain it, and my husband feels the same way about his family. It's like there's nothing like getting together with people who feel like family and just being able to kind of check out for a little bit. It's like soul replenishing. So get outside or put water on it. Or family if you're close with your family. Brittany, did I see the cash app? It yes, it just came through about a minute ago. So Brittany, you'll be next after Taco, okay? All right, Jay's upcoming actions. Oh, okay. Sure, Brittany, that sounds good. Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, so you have a lot of really great cards here. Taka, I have the Ace of Cups. I also have the Two of Cups. I also have the Star. The King of Pentacles tried to come out, and then I put it back in the deck because I wasn't like certain on it, and then it flew out again. So I feel like he's definitely in this headspace with you where it's like their feelings are, still there. I was like, has he noticed like any changes in you? And he is noticing like a change in your demeanor, like an overall energy shift. I have the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands signifies like burdens, things that we carry alone where we could potentially ask for help from other people, but instead we just decide to just do it ourselves, just do it alone, just to get it done. Whether the mentality is I can do it better myself or I don't want to ask for help. But a lot of this has to do with like feeling like you're on your own and you're stressed and you're taking care of this by yourself. So I think that he's witnessing your burden, and the Eight of Cups here makes me feel like he's hoping that this goes away for you. I think that he's hoping that maybe when he comes back, he'll see like maybe more of a happy you, kind of like the old self, if that makes sense. So I think he's excited to go on vacation, but I think that he is looking forward to also coming back and hopefully things will feel different. Now, before he leaves, um, I think there's a high possibility of some type of acknowledgement to you, whether that's a handshake, hug, um, like a compliment, um, something that feels a little bit more than usual, but nothing that crosses a line. So I think that he's wanting to leave on a good note, or his intentions are to leave on a good note. So that's why I think you are going to see him before he leaves, because the energy states that he has it in his mind to stop by um at least once before he goes and just like have a final check-in. But Taka, I will say these next couple of days he's very focused on like his vacation, it seems. It almost seems like he's like, okay, what do I gotta pack? What do I gotta buy? What do I gotta wash? Um, do I have what I need? Is he going out of the country? I feel like he's just very kind of just like in vacation mode. You know how like at the end of the year when you were in school, it was like the last couple of weeks of school and you just kind of check out like after exams are done, and all the tests are done and the grades are in, and you're kind of just like ready to get out of there. Like I think that's kind of where he is mentally. So before he leaves, no big grand gesture, but like I said, there is something that happens that he's intending to happen that feels a little bit more than usual, like maybe a hug, some kind of physical touch or affection. Um, and again, like I said, nothing that crosses a line, but it could come in the form of like a compliment. It could come, oh, a different state. Okay. Okay. Because I was thinking like license or passport, something that would require, but I don't know. I felt passport for some reason. Um, so yeah, just making sure that he has everything that he needs and everything is in order. So another thing that it could happen is that he could pay you a compliment. He could say something really sweet to you, something that just feels more than. I feel like he just wants to leave you with like a good memory of him before he comes, like before he leaves. Like he's wanting to have like a good last moment with you before he leaves for a while. Um, but again, I'm asking like what is going to happen and like how is he feeling in terms of when he's gone and when he comes back? And again, he's checked out. He's on vacation mode, but the star came through in terms of when he comes back, and that is indicating hope, renewal. And I also have the Ace of Cups here and the Ace of Swords. That's like new feelings, new communication. So I feel like he has every intention right now to kind of pick up where you guys left off. So he's not walking away like forgetting about you and completely putting you out of his mind either. Um, More communication will probably happen when he comes back, but I am feeling like he's genuinely trying to indulge and enjoy himself while he's gone. So he has a lot of plans to really make the most of it. Um, so hearing from you like really indulge, like, like eat good food, drink good drinks, or whatever. Like, really just make the most of your time there. And I hope you have a great time, and we'll see you when you come back will mean a lot to him because it seems like he's the type of person that really does a lot for other people. And this is like for him. So I think that if he knows that you're wishing him well, that's going to mean a lot to him as well. Um, I think that there'll be I don't know, you might get a text while he's gone. I feel like you might get a text while he's on vacation. There's something, or he's taking pictures or something he's wanting to show you. So maybe when he comes back from vacation, he's going to show you and talk to you about his trip. That's like another thing that he's excited about is having actual things to talk, like an excuse or a reason to talk to you. Um, because he can kind of show you in person like where he went, what he did. But there's like this feeling of being like maybe missing you, maybe like mid trip and like wanting to talk to you and potentially sending you like a picture or something of where he's at. So there could be some communication that happens while he's gone as well that I'm picking up on. He told you he would miss you. That's so sweet. Yeah, he might be excited to have an excuse or a reason to communicate with you. So this vacation's going to give him a lot of content. It's going to give him a lot of content to share with you and talk to you about. So he's looking forward to that. Oh, girl, he will miss you. Okay. So, did you want to add on for anything else, or does that answer your question? You're very, very welcome. Have a great night. All right, this is for Brittany. Thanks, girl. I hope you get out of your funk soon. All right. So you said, I met Christine online after 3 weeks of texting. Okay, you met her online. After 3 weeks of texting and phone calls, you took a train to Yuma, AZ to meet her in person. Everything was good, but we had a small argument and she just completely broke things off. Now we're in a no contact, and I guess I just want to know how she's feeling or some insight. Okay. She's a Pisces, you're a Leo. Yes, I saw everything that you posted. Okay. It's not particularly something that I need information on, but sometimes it does get acknowledged in the readings. And so if for whatever reason I'm getting like Pisces energy, then I'll know that that's her energy. Or if I'm getting Leo, then I'll know that it's yours. Like I said, it's not necessary, but sometimes it does help because it does come through. Okay. Oh, well, happy birthday. So sometimes when I get a page and a king or a page and a queen, it sometimes shows me an age gap. So that may have been something that I would ask you. So I'm glad that you clarified. You're welcome. Um, Here's the thing, Brittany. I feel, how do I put this? I feel like the argument that you guys had was not why things happened. I almost feel like it was her way of excusing a separation. There's something coming from her that feels unreasonable, but for whatever reason, I don't want to invalidate how she's feeling either, but it feels a little bit extreme. Um, so let me clarify. For her, there's definitely some type of insecurity that's coming from her in terms of this connection. Potentially could be due to the age difference, it could be due to the distance, it could be, maybe this is reminding her of a relationship she's had before. I feel like she has a lot of unhealed tendencies or qualities about her. Um and there's definitely like insecurities that are coming through here. Um so for her, it feels almost like it's easier to self-sabotage, it's easier to just push you away. "Hey, lovely, thank you so much. You should be next, okay?" Um, and what I feel, Brittany, is that this really doesn't have anything to do with the argument. What has happened between you guys, is more so she was looking for an out. She was looking for an excuse to kind of walk away. 8 of Cups, okay? So, it doesn't mean that she doesn't like you. It doesn't mean that she doesn't feel like you guys, have a lot in common. And she was enjoying your company for sure. Because I have the Hierophant here. She felt like she was, identifying with you in a lot of ways. The Hierophant and the Sun of your reading means that maybe you guys had some things in common, or you viewed things the same way. Maybe she felt like you were super interesting to her, and she was definitely enjoying the companionship. But I think there was some kind of insecurity that happened, when you guys met in person. And I think that she really just was looking for a way to sabotage. Brittany, I think she's worried that you're not interested in her. I think that she, or you will lose interest in her at some point. And I think she's really trying to get ahead of it in order to not have her own feelings hurt. There's some aspects to this dynamic that feels familiar to her, and I almost feel like she's worried that y'all will just not work out and then she's going to end up getting hurt. I think the problem is that she likes you a lot. She likes you more than she's letting on. But I think, and I really don't think it has anything to do with you specifically in terms of like not liking you. I think she does. I think that something triggered her when she met you in person. And maybe, and here's the thing, I don't know about same-sex relationships personally. However, I will say that like my brother is gay, and he had issues in his dynamics with ex-boyfriends where it was like he was simultaneously attracted to them, but at the same time jealous of them. So, like, they would go out, specifically him and his ex would, like, go out, and it was like all these people would be hitting on his ex, and no one would be hitting on him, or sometimes it was vice versa. Um, they're very two clearly attractive people, but it was kinda like, "Well, he has a better body than me, and I'm feeling really insecure in the relationship," and stuff like that. So, it's like same-sex relationships sometimes are a little bit complicated, I would think, because you can both simultaneously be attracted to the person, but also they can make you feel insecure because you guys are the same sex. It's almost like being jealous of the person that you're with. And so there could have been some of that that was coming through, some insecurities when she saw you. Maybe she felt inferior to you in some way. How could she find me attractive? How could she want to be with me? And these seem to be themes that are like running in her life. And it was something about meeting you in person that suddenly made this very, very real for her. Oh, that's what it was? Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say it was something that had to do with when she saw you in person. Yeah. So I think that she likes you a lot. I don't think this has to do with her not liking you. I think she likes you a lot, but I think you're bringing up some insecurities for her. And I think that she may be a little bit self-sabotaging the connection. Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, so she could have just used the argument. Like, I'm getting almost like the argument wasn't even the the problem. Like, yes, okay, the argument probably wasn't a great experience, but I think that's the argument you guys could have come back from that. I almost feel like she was looking for a way out, not because she doesn't like you, but because of her own personal reasons. She was looking for a way out, and it was easy to let this argument be the reason that she broke things off. Now, coming from someone with experience in relationships, I personally would not want to be with someone like that. Not that not that there's anything wrong with someone being insecure, because someone can be loved the right way and eventually heal themselves through that connection. That's not the issue that I have with her, is that she has insecurities. My issue is that she's not willing to fight. She's willing to flight. She's not willing to stick it out, and she's running away. And that kind of quality is not good to try to build a relationship with. If just because someone is insecure, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not going to fight for the relationship. There could be people who will literally give relationships all, like their complete everything, while simultaneously being insecure at the same time. The quality I'm not crazy about is her running away. And what are you supposed to do living in a different location than her? You can't be chasing her all over Arizona. You have to have someone who's willing to really put in the fight. So between the distance, the personal insecurity, and also maybe even the age possibly could be a factor for her to just want to run away. And I think that's going to be a really you're going to literally just be chasing her all over. And that's difficult. So Brittany, so yes, no questions are $5. That's just a flat yes or no. It's no elaboration. But if you want to do that, that's fine. Just go ahead and send it over and let me know when you do that, and I will shuffle for you. I will probably leave the donations open for like another 10 minutes, and then I will be wrapping up for the night. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, what would you like to ask? Okay, will there be reconciliation between you and Christine? Okay, let's see. Will there be reconciliation between Brittany and Christine? Okay, so Brittany, I am getting a yes, which is actually surprising because I thought I was going to get a no, but I am getting a yes. Um, I have the Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands, which is like that rekindling, I guess you could say, because wands are very fiery energy. The Six of Wands is like recognition. So I do think you'll get reconciliation with this person. I will say the effort's going to come from you. Um, she might be able to open the dialogue with you again at some point, but I feel like it's going to require a lot of effort from you, not because you should or you deserve to or you need to or you're obligated to give her that, but because she needs encouragement from you. She needs persuasion from you. She needs reassurance more than anything. And so I think the way that she opens back up again is from you reassuring her, like, what you're feeling for her, like how you feel about her, that you're attracted to her, that you really miss her, that you want to talk to her, that you want to see her. I think that she needs that encouragement because she's not feeling that. And in a sense, yes, prove yourself, but at the same time, I feel like she just needs to hear it enough where she really starts to believe it. And I think that's the issue. I don't think that you have necessarily made her feel insecure in any way. And I do think that you may have made her feel beautiful in a lot of moments, but I think that she's needing more. And so it's going to take more like effort from you to really convince her that what you're saying is true to the point where she starts to actually believe it. And then I think you might have something with her. Um it's just, and she has to be comfortable too to open up to you as well, because I see the 8 of Swords, which is like mental restriction. So it's almost like she needs to feel safe as well. She needs to trust you. She needs to trust the connection. And she needs to feel safe enough to open up as well. Hold on, I have a sneeze. Achoo! Okay. So, I definitely feel like there will be opportunity for you guys to communicate. But I think that it's going to be important for you to just be very transparent and straightforward with her and let her know your interest, express your interest, let her know your intentions. Um, if you feel you're at fault for anything, apologize for that. And I think that when she hears it enough, she'll start to believe it. But you have to also brace yourself for this because this might be a long journey for you. And it might be really hard for you because right now you might have all the motivation. Thank you. You might have all the motivation in the world right now to make her trust you, make her believe you. But I think that if it takes too long for it to click for her, you might get a little bit defeated and a little bit frustrated. And you might get to a point where you're like, I don't know what else I can do to make this girl believe me. And it might start to kind of change a little bit. So it's while it's going to require reassurance from you, it's also going to require her to snap out of whatever insecurities these are and understand that you are a completely different person, a completely different relationship, and she has to take some responsibility and some accountability as well, because you can only provide so much trust and so much reassurance and so much encouragement. Eventually, it's going to wear you down. And if she does not heal fast enough. So I'm basically, I'm wanting you to brace yourself as well, that it's the thing that's going to snap her out of this probably is her fear of losing you in the process, and make her realize, like, hey, Brittany didn't do anything wrong and I don't want to lose her. So it's going to take some work. It's going to take some effort. It doesn't mean that it can't work. It's just, you really got to reassure this girl because she has a lot of insecurities. And I think also having conversations and just being really upfront about things is going to be important. Like, making sure that she knows her age doesn't play a factor. It's not going to affect anything. Um, sometimes people feel that the older they are, the harder it is. That's typically going to be for straight relationships, because if you're an older woman with a younger man, you might have fears that the guy's going to want children and you're not going to be able to provide that. That's obviously not a problem for you guys, but there could just be some age related conflict or insecurity that she has as well. So I think just encouraging her and letting her know that, that doesn't matter, that's not going to affect anything, is going to be important. Yeah, I'm definitely getting she's attracted to you for sure. Yeah, Brittany, I mean, that's the thing, is like, I want you to protect your peace, but I also think it's important that you show encouragement, but I don't want you to be giving too much of yourself either, to the point where you feel like you're not getting much out of this. So you're just going to have to feel your way through this connection, to be honest, and see. No, 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 no. I don't think it has anything to do with her attraction for you. Not from the reading I just did. It feels like she almost likes you a lot. Like, she likes you more than she's letting on, and she was looking for an excuse to self-sabotage, basically. She has to rewire how she thinks. She has to somehow grow confidence, and she can grow confidence through your feelings for her, but you can only go but like 50%. She's going to have to meet you halfway. And that's basically the point I'm trying to bring home, is that there's only so much you can do. She's going to also have to do for herself. Yeah. You're welcome, Brittany. All right. So this is for Lovely, and this is my last reading of the night. Oh, you're here. You're just listening. All right. right, let's get to listening. You were just listening. Okay. Let's get to listening. Let's get to shuffling. All right. Messages from your person. What does he want to say? Also, lovely, I just saw when I was live, like during my live stream, that you sent me voice notes back. And it looks like to you that I've listened to them, but I have not because I was on live when I saw that you messaged me. I can't believe this week has flown by so fast for me. Like, I just looked at the clock, and because it's 12 a.m., it's already technically Friday, and that's just insane. I don't know why this week just flew by so fast. You said that in your live? Oh my god, you did? I feel like the month was moving slow and this week just flew by. Yeah, yeah. And honestly, I'm not crazy about it because I got bills to pay and things coming up really, really, really fast. So I'm just like, what's going on? Um, but I'll probably be working through the weekend myself. I think I'll be here Saturday and Sunday. I'll definitely be here at least one of the 2 days. I just don't know if it'll be both. We've got a lot of plans this weekend. We have a gender reveal for my husband's best friend. And that's on Saturday. And then Sunday, we're doing like a family dinner with my side of the family. Basically to just celebrate the arrival of my new niece. My family wants to get together, so we're doing that on Sunday. So it's gonna be busy. My husband's got to get the lawn mowed. This weekend's gonna fly by. Do you have any plans this weekend? Yeah, little Quinny. Her name is Quinn. I don't know if I told you that or not. She's, I can't believe it, already over a week old. I feel like it was just yesterday I was visiting them in the hospital. You don't have any plans yet, but you plan to text one of your friends about going to a food festival. Oh, I love it. It was fast, right? Doesn't it feel like it just happened? Oh man, I love me a food festival. Almost done. He just like right out the gate, so I don't think this is gonna take me very long. So there's two songs that are coming to mind right now. Let me pull them up on Google real quick. So Every Time by Britney Spears is coming up, and also Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper is also coming up. I don't think that the theme of time is necessarily inaccurate here. I think there's something to be acknowledged because once I read the message, there is a connection there. But those are the two songs that are coming through for you. And I'm still channeling, so I just need like another minute or two. I told my sister what happened the other day, and she was like, "Remember when I told you you're going to be seeing things in alignment?" Your sister needs to do readings. I feel like every week something has happened, but the fasting was so specific. I know that's insane. You told her that? Oh, that's how you started. Yeah. She needs to. You guys have the same bloodline. All right. Okay. So he says, there's so much I want to tell you about. Oh, wait. Sorry, I got distracted. There's so much I want to tell you about and how many changes I'm making. I'm torn between wanting you to know and also wanting to move in secret. I feel like every day I want to share things with you, but also wanting it to be a surprise. I know most things are better if I'm patient. I'm taking this time and learning a lot. I utilize social media and other content to consume as much knowledge that I can in order to be a better version of myself every time I wake up. Because I think about you every day, and you as motivation keeps me on this path of self discovery. Simultaneously eager for you to meet the new me while also respecting the time it takes to get me there. So he kind of is in this place where that's why I was saying that the theme of time for him, because he's like struggling with um wanting you to know how much he's changing. And I think that could possibly be because he wants you to have some encouragement that he's making these changes, because how do I explain this? I feel like time is going on, and if you don't know anything that's going on with him, you think he's still in the same place that he was before. Okay. So to him, from his perspective, does she know? Does she know how much I'm trying? Does she know how much I'm changing? Because I don't really know if she knows. So here he is dropping like little nuggets for you, if you will, to kind of hopefully you can see that he is. But at the same time, he's like, "But I wanna move in secret." Like, I feel like keeping this to myself and keeping this progress and making these changes and doing it alone has actually been what's keeping me on track, and I kinda want it to be a surprise. I kinda want to, like, take her off guard a little bit, like when she meets me again or sees me again or whatever, that it's like, wow, he's really worked on himself, because he feels like if he lets you know every day what he's doing, if every week, if there's check-ins, it's not going to feel so substantial. So he's kind of like in this weird place where he's like, I want her to know, but I don't want her to know. So that could be why you're also seeing some certain posts and things like that, because it's his way of feeling like he's releasing a little bit of that and hoping you'll see it, you know? That makes so much sense. It's crazy because he knows I don't share my private business on social media. Girl, on point. I always say I like to mind my business and keep people out of mine. So this makes so much sense with him being inspired by me. Exactly. So it's just so funny. Like, so he's utilizing whatever access he has to you, which right now is through social media, to show you some changes. Like he might start posting pictures of himself at some point that he visually looks different. Like a new hairstyle, a new wardrobe, a new, just basically like a new him kind of. I feel like he's in it a little bit for the shock factor. Um, I think that he really wants it to be seen, and a lot of times, or most of the time, the thing that people notice about you first is your appearance. And so if he's looking different than when you last saw him, then he's hoping that will make an impression or like make you curious. So I definitely feel like his style could change up a little bit in the near future too. And that like he could start posting like pictures or stories or snaps or whatever um, of like these changes that he's making because he wants to be subtle about it, but he wants to shock you. Like I think he really wants to make an impression. Um, so yeah, that's what I've got for you, lovely. This is so freaky. I haven't posted a picture, and I said I'm going to change my hair color in a few weeks. He's mirroring you. What are you going to change your hair color to? Ooh, okay. Yeah, send me a picture. All right, Chica, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. But thank you. Thank you for your donation. Hope you enjoyed your reading. You're welcome. I will talk to you soon. Have a good night.